join. Stay loyal and change up. Maybe you should flip a coin. They got the trophy waiting for me where I'm going. Put that banner up. The skills here are so intact. I travel to the future when I step back. Hang time like the dock and you might be stacked. But to stop what we got, man, you might need Shaq. They think our confidence is arrogance, but that's just fact. Destiny yelling how we look if we don't scream back. We are cream of the crop, the top tier. That's why they beating on the drums, cause the champs in here. Yeah. Ready. Yeah. I'm hungry. Oh, just look at that face. Yeah. Come on. You were never getting on our level. We go here, we would never settle. Trophies raised high here, we call it heavy metal. Giving no breaks, feet on the pedal, top swing. Up for any challenge you bring. See the results of the last group that challenged the team. Efficiency is high when you challenge the ring. Matter of fact, hold his L and clean. You deserve it. We don't just dominate, we serving. No guesswork here, we certain. You see the wins and start flirting. We put a ring on it, where's the curtains? Ready. They got me saying I'm hungry. Just look at that face. Yeah. You were never getting on our level. We go here, we would never settle. Trophies raised high here, we call it heavy metal. Giving no breaks, feet on the pedal, top swing.
So when y'all are drinking blood, how does that work? Do you put sugar in it?
Table set before me, so plus the other side can't ignore me.
So when y'all are drinking blood, how does that work? Do you put sugar in it?
What's up, guys? Welcome to the newest edition of the Good Faith Show. New setup here. I had to change streaming software because StreamYard was overcharging. So, if y'all see it's a little wonky, it's my bad. I got to get used to this. Usually this version of the Good Faith Show on the ATP network, featuring one of the greats on Twitter, Smurf. What's up, man?
Hey everybody, I hope the revolution is underway.
Yeah, man, me too, man. Every time I get on that motherfucking Twitter, man, I always see some infighting somewhere, man. Like, folks just love bullshit. uh, yeah. Yeah. So what do you want to talk about, man? You got some topics on your mind?
It's it's nice that you came in hard with that topic because it's been haunting me for the last few weeks and maybe well, since October 7th of last year. So my topic today is what do you do with the people around you that disagree with you in all sorts of ways? Either friends or people online, or and it fits in a greater, like, imagine you do the revolution, like, how do you think about the after, and like regrowing, and like after the war, and after the like burying the axe is the expression we have. Burying
Yeah.
the hatchet. Yeah, burying the hatchet is the expression. Doing a long lasting peace, not a temporary one.
Mm.
So, and to me, it goes into the same, like, it goes into the same wavelength of thought. So how do you treat your friends, and how do you treat your family that disagree deeply with you?
Hmm.
I'm not a radical myself, but I consider my thinking rather different from my surrounding. So I go about ways of having conversations that are sometimes different from other people. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Man, this is a great topic, sir. Dang. How shall I start this? I would use my mama for example. Obviously, you should know based on my past statements that she's a liberal, and she believes vote blue no matter who, and lesser two evils, and all that shit. Yeah, obviously, me and her disagree, right? I'm a communist slash Marxist, and she is what she is. Typically, I go by it like well, I just stay fuck away from her because usually we end up in an argument, but I just what I usually do, like she bring up something like no, she got Trump derangement syndrome as well. Like Trump bad, like Trump evil, Trump this. Typical liberals bullshit. But I always tell her like, I mean, like, mom, you know that Biden, Biden is evil too, right? Both Biden and Trump is the same evil. Ain't no lesser evil. There's no such thing as a lesser evil. And I usually tell her like, yeah, I'm a communist, but you always tell me I should have my own mind, but you go along with my auntie because my auntie, she like Democrats. You see what I'm saying? Like, my auntie, I stay away from her. We disagree. I don't say nothing to her because we're gonna end up in an argument too. But my mama, sometimes I can talk to her, we agree on like she knows the system is corrupt, but she don't understand like top down corruption. They think it's corrupt, like you know, um, you know, like how you say it, like robbery corruption. No, it ain't like that. It's like politicians ain't running the government; it's the corporation. You see what I'm saying? So you know, this damn. What I'm about to say? I just say like, man, just if in the end of the day, it's a liberal conservative you in your family or your friends or whatever, they going to you gonna disagree with them. I just try to keep it cordial. I wouldn't like just argue with them like you lying, you know what I mean. So that's why I say about that.
Well, um, there's a lot of things I wanted to say about what you just said, but it's like it's family, and family is hard. It's how the Civil War divided families, and how politics will divide families, and it's terrible because sometimes like your mom about Trump, she's right. He's a horrible character. He's a you know he like even if he's like not a criminal dude, he's still an unlikable dude for some. And it's fine to not like him. It's just the Trump
Yeah.
the Trump derangement syndrome is sometimes a bit intense, and it it plays very well with the blue liberal crowd. It plays very well with the social democrats. It plays very well with the they like to dunk on Trump like any day, like it's a free game, and they've been on this dunking on Trump train, and the thing is, there's so much materials, so eventually, like it's not about a character personality challenge either. It's about the policies. Um, and
Yes.
well, like about the conflicts and inner circles, like I've been going through a thing recently that a member of my family-in-law is a Nazi, has Nazi tattoos.
Oh wow.
Um, yeah, but I was having the argument that he's not a real Nazi. He wouldn't kill people. He's just been misled into thinking that he's cool and he's finding an identity in this, and he's finding a clan, a family. He's finding something, but he wouldn't kill Jews. But then again, like a bunch of Germans who just went along, and just the fact that he wouldn't resist, and so when you have the tattoos, it's you're pretty much a Nazi, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what to do with that. It's do I call the police? Do I set the fire? Do I set the no? But that's not my first reflex. But it's like eventually, if you're gonna be a good citizen, you just can't just burn his house, right? You
You're
have
right.
to do something correctly.
Yeah.
So, anyways, people will ask me why don't you challenge his ideas? And I'm like, do I want to do that? Do I have time for that? What's there for me to gain? What is there? Should I try to get him to come over? Because I don't like to manipulate. I don't like to be responsible
Yeah.
for other
Yeah.
people's views.
Yeah. 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 I mean, you know, no, in that situation, man, I mean, like me personally, I found out one of my family members a Nazi. Shit, I stay away from that motherfucker. But I mean, if y'all, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. To be honest, I don't know what to tell you on that one. But I just say, man, just watch your back. Yeah, make sure you packing a little. Make sure you're packing. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you packing. You don't know what
This is
Nazis.
Canada. If you're not a
Oh yeah.
psycho, if you're not a psycho, you can't have a crossbow in the house.
Oh shit. Well, you better learn some martial arts or something. Like mixed martial arts, some techniques or
Yeah,
something.
you see where the mind goes. You think about your personal physical safety, yeah. But
Yeah.
it's not even about that. I'm like, how dangerous is the idea? Is it gonna spread or is it gonna die out?
Uh, um, you
Because
hope you hope you hope it dies out though, right? Yeah, you hope it dies out,
fuck,
man. You
fuck,
hope people could change, but at the end of
ah,
the, you hope people could change, but you could try to convince them. Like you talk about family, trying to, like politically wise. Like I hope Mama can wake up and call me and say, Andre, you right. The system is top down corrupt. Kamala ain't no better than Trump. They both the same. I wish that, but
and
I
th- and
think,
then again,
yeah,
you're like, yeah, I was right, and it sucks to be right. It doesn't change the situation, and the situation sucks. So it sucks to be right in every case.
right, exactly.
And some people are patient enough to let time and evidence work itself out on people's minds. Like
y-
I sometimes I feel like I'm too patient. I should not, I should come out and try and change people's minds about communism, about NATO, about colonialism, about but but we're already talking to our own friends. They're already a bit committed on our side already. We're not convincing anyone.
yeah, you're
So
right, you're right.
there's this major war of ideas, and having a proper discourse and having a real contest of ideas, and yeah, because eventually where you draw the line can be very like significant. Like say we have a revolution or an internal reform, and some people go to jail and some people don't. And where you
Yeah.
draw the line is very important. And
Mm-hmm.
where you draw it at home in your heart is also important. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, you're right, man. Yeah, I think that's why I kind of stepped off of Twitter. As you notice, I don't tweet much. I just tweet mutual aid videos, like boring shit, because yeah, I realized that a lot of these people on here I fucking agree with. So why, like why just be on there just looking at reading the same repetitive shit that I would tweet? You see what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I love to like hop on Facebook. Facebook more conservative on them and try to radicalize them or fuck
Oh, I
uh
see. I see.
yeah Instagram. I don't know. Instagram kind of weird, but it's alright. But but I can radicalize them on that too. Or go on TikTok. That's why I'm on TikTok now. TikTok is a cesspool. Yeah, you
Yeah,
think Twitter? You think Twitter is a cesspool? Shit, man, man, them
I'm not
motherfuckers on
on
TikTok.
TikTok.
Yeah, man, the comments I get on there, man, shit, man, they call me if I talk about Trump, I'm a Kamala supporter. But if I talk about Trump, if I talk about Kamala, I'm a Trump supporter. So, like I tell them motherfuckers time and time again, I'm a communist. I have my own mind, but they just, you know, like it gonna be hard to radicalize them because based on their comments, they on one team, one team or the other. See what I'm saying? So yeah, I get it. That's why I try to step into new spaces because I really didn't really like TikTok at first, but over time I kind of like it now. It's weird, but every platform is quirky. But yeah, I agree.
But sometimes a picture is worth a thousand words, right? And I think you can say a lot without saying anything.
Right.
With just the right picture or the right idea. And for me, Twitter is like a bit like college or university. Even though sometimes you say it's not worth it, but what I really miss from being in the city and in the intellectual like circles is the exchange of ideas. And Twitter does the job for me. It fixes that itch a little bit. Like
Exactly.
even though I know sometimes I know like it's a bit of an echo chamber. I like sometimes like new ways of thinking about arguments, and like new arrows to my quiver, because sometimes you need more arguments to win a certain you need more points to make to carry a certain point across the line. And some people in our circles, they have a pretty good view of things and a different view of things. And yeah, and maybe it's like the comfort zone. Yeah, maybe it's dangerous.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right, man. Exchange of new arguments, new points of views. Yeah, I see what you're saying. But yeah, like Joey Rick, he's one of the good persons that I would recommend looking at his tweets. Like he always have like new, like he don't tweet like the same shit, but he tweets it like he tweets to exchange ideas, and yeah. So yeah, you're right, but yeah, like I think to be honest with you, I think Twitter is boring at this point. I guess post Bernie Sanders era, when he dropped out the second time, it was fun. It was more interesting then than the forced to vote stuff, and then the rise of RBN, and then I like the last year it just got boring. Like, damn, these people just say the same shit I say. Yeah, the system corrupt. Yeah, Biden is old and old fucker. Yeah. Um.
I'm,
oh,
I'm not.
I
I'm
hate
not
to
too worried. I'm not too worried about the entertainment value of it, because what I see is like
right.
bombs and wars and conflicts, and so there's no
Right.
There's no
Yeah,
value in entertainment. There's stuff going on more than entertaining.
right,
Um, Flabbergasting shit going on right now
right.
everywhere. Like, so I'm more into the the organizing, the ideological sharpening of minds. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I think another reason too I started this network is because I wanted to reach more people. I think Ty Peasant said before she made her mark on Twitter. Well, I've been to make my mark. I said, hell, you know, hey, hey, it's good to be. I don't like change. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't like change, but this transition into the media space, yeah, I think it's been good for me headspace wise. Like I have a time to sit behind a microphone and and just not think about my issues, and I can talk to people. Like people can see my face and they can hear me talk instead. That's one thing I get about from people too. Like Smurf, like you're a good one, man. You like me and you, we both on here, right? People see what we look like. But I just sick of people like the unserious people just be behind the keyboard all the time. Like you got the courage to call me all kind of names, but your motherfucking ass don't have the courage to get a mic on Twitter Spaces or come on my show. I let them come on my show. No, they can say what they want to a certain extent. Like you call me a racial slur, your ass out. But yeah, I think that on Twitter and then the echo chamber. But you're right, man. Twitter still useful. I'm sorry, man. I'm getting off on a tangent. I just got a lot to say, but Twitter is still useful. Yeah, I see what you're saying in terms of that. Yeah, it is. I use it, I still tweet stuff, but I let everybody else cook, I just yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah,
But having your face out there and your name out there, I don't know, man. Like, I I still have this filter that I'm not using my real name out there because
yeah. I understand. I understand. I
the
understand about that.
algorithm will eventually suggest my account to people around me that
Oh yeah,
I really don't want to have this debate.
yeah, yeah,
Like, I
yeah.
don't
That's what.
know if there was in my village, like, like on the American campuses where the people have this table and they say, debate me. Like
Yeah,
there's an issue and they're like, debate me, and they're like controversial. And I wish there was that, but with rules, with like actual, like, fiberglass and actual rules, like, because yeah, I don't know, I'm not necessarily willing to lose a finger for any idea.
right. Yeah,
Like,
obviously.
some ideas, yeah, but some ideas not necessarily, and I'm not willing to spend all day on it.
Yeah,
Like, you guys deal with a lot of trolls, man. I don't know. Um,
yeah. Ty Peasant. Wow.
yeah, so I really salute you guys' openness to, like, I would say, hostile comment, and like, you're willing to engage and wrestle with it because maybe you see, like, you have more hope than I.
Um, Actually, Ty Peasant have more hope than I do. To be honest with you, like man, like a few weeks ago, I was about done with the left. like, like I just every time I got on Twitter timeline for like 10 seconds, I seen somebody infighting, and these people, I think they smarter than me, and they infighting. When we used to do the troll talk, that's what the purpose was. Like, you motherfuckers, y'all just really these trolls just want 5 minutes of fame. Well, 5 minutes of views. Um, we did troll talk to get them to come on and say the same shit they say behind the keyboard to our to to our ears, not to our face, but they turn out to be a bunch of whack ass motherfuckers. So you know, yeah, I used to engage with the trolls a lot, like especially Ty Peasant. I used to come to her defense a lot of times. I think over time, me and her both, we don't really fuck with them like that no more. Every now and then now they, say some bullshit. I still come at them if I see it, but I don't even look at my comments anymore on Twitter. Like I don't even look at it because I know it'll be some motherfuckers starting some shit, you know, like from Aaron Bushnell post, man, full of Zion is saying like, who is that? He barbecued himself. I'm like, you motherfucker. I wanted to say something, but Twitter, like, they'll come after, like, the trolling me, but they'll come after me, get my account suspended. You know what I'm saying? Like because I came after them, like, it just ass back with shit. So, yeah, man, I get what you're saying, obviously, but yeah, man, it ain't easy, man. Like, yeah, when you in this space, or if you have a significant following, man, you gotta have a strong sense of like you don't want to explode and then like lose your mind over these losers because they I know a lot of people don't like me saying this, but they be in their mama basement and shit, you know, or their daddy basement, see, I ain't shit. Like I tell you that. See, I guess they look at me like I'm some kind of significant figure or something. Like you come after a loser, like you're a loser, you come after another loser. So I'm like, I'm like, man, get a life, man. Like, instead of trolling me, how about organizing? Like, become radicalized, organize with your fucking community or some shit, grow a garden or whatever, or something like that. Like, leave me alone, leave Ty Peasant alone. We ain't doing nothing to your ass. Ty Peasant just a working class mom. I'm a working class lose working class guy. We just on here to speak truth to power. Like, we ain't got time for y'all bullshit. So yeah,
What
it's crazy.
they're attacking themselves, but the version of themselves that's speaking out, that's standing up, that's saying something, that's doing something, that's refusing to take the bullshit. And because they made that choice themselves to like shut up about it and look down and accept their sorry lot. They hate you for saying something about it, and there's a lot of that. And that's not politics. That's not policy discourse. That's
Yeah.
psychology, man. That's deep psychology. And sometimes we don't have just don't. I just don't have the psychology degree to deal with that shit. It's
Yeah.
I
I,
wish I had. I wish I could, and but I don't.
I
And somebody
understand.
it goes deeper than the policies now, but to the in the revolution, I guess you really have to draw the line where like this is like, yeah, I'm willing to kill people like that, like I'm willing to like they made a bad choice somewhere down the line, and they're siding with the enemy, they're giving the enemy bullets, they're aiding the capitalists, they're aiding and they will eventually send their daughters to fight us because they are on the side of the enemy. It's and when it's like when we're still like in a civil society, and there's no armed conflicts or struggle going on. We see those people as our neighbors, but one day it may not be the case, and I don't know. It's just finding out who's worth the time to convince and who's not. Like,
Yeah.
and we're gonna need those people, but also like
Hey,
we really have no time to lose with the others. Like,
to be honest with you, man. Yeah, you're right. You know what though? I used to cuss a lot, but I kind of cut that down. But I wish those people that decide to, mess with me and Ty Peasant. I wish they can like realize like one day they brain just like spark like, damn, like this is just a waste of time. Like, damn, what they saying is true, but I'm just a cook to the system. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they could change and join us. Hey, join us in the revolution. Hey, I welcome anybody. I welcome conservatives. I welcome libertarians. I welcome well, you're a Nazi, nah, no Nazis, but you know what I mean. well, you're a Nazi, you ain't gonna join with black folks anyway, have Cuban folks anyway. But I'm just saying, like,
There's some good stories about KKK dudes that eventually turned their gun
oh
around.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
I like those
Las
guys,
Vegas,
but I wonder what event like got them
Las,
around. Because sometimes it's like there's way more money to be made having a public career doing that than just being a regular KKK member. So some of them are not real turncoats. I'm not sure, but there's some really nice stories out there for that. But it's like a happy ending. You're like, oh, like some people can change. Some people have a good
yeah,
heart.
people can change. Oh yeah,
And some people like if they're exposed to the truth, some people will accept to see it. Not
yeah,
everybody, and some people will go back into the darkness, and they like their cozy place where they can understand the world. Now, this world that's too complicated. It's they don't want to see it.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I remember the was it the Black Panthers and the KKK in Las Vegas? I think it was in Las Vegas, and I think
I
they
don't
came
know.
to yeah, I think it was. They came together because I guess to get a welfare check or something. They came together. So yeah,
Cool.
that's a true story. Um, yeah, so yeah, you're right, man. People can change. You know, I wasn't always a deep rooted. I wouldn't say a deep rooted communist, but I know a serious communist. Hey, nobody. Well, you probably noticed from Monday, but I used to be a black conservative, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought that black folks should pull themselves up by the bootstraps and not rely on the government, and like this was during the Obama years. So I changed a lot. I changed, so I agree with that.
Like I come from a place of like real hippiness because like
Yeah.
I could forgive like the worst like misinformation because sometimes just for fun I'll watch some Alex Jones just to laugh like and think like, oh my god, there's still people watching that, like. But back in the day, Alex Jones was like kind of half right, kind of like X
He-
Files sort of dude, like, and
yeah.
he's got like high pitched friends like Joe Rogan, and he's been through it all, the like conspiracy theories and everything. Forgive people that believe this, yeah, sure, yeah, like,
Yeah.
but would they forgive me for not believing them? Like, it goes both ways, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Um yeah, the first time I heard of Alex Jones actually was the Sandy Hook situation, when called those
Uh, yeah,
kids, those crisis actors or some shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Hey, my grandma always used to say, a truth could come out of hellish mouth. Like Alex Jones said something that was half right, and the other time, it was bullshit. So, you can't count anybody out like Trump. Like when Trump said, they here to take the oil. See, the establishment don't like Trump saying that shit. Trump
yeah,
telling the
yeah,
truth. He was telling the
yeah,
truth. They know he was telling the truth, but
yeah,
up there like they were like, this orange fucker needs to shut up.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
That's supposed to be behind the curtain, Trump. You said it in front of the curtain. So normally we
yeah,
should you fuck the whole play up. Like, we don't like you. You're not gonna be reinvited. Like, we don't like. So, like, I think I'm making it clear why the elite don't like the guy because they have a little theater going on, and he's like
yeah,
calling all the lines, trying to look good. But no, but like the small folks don't really understand what he's talking about. The deep
yeah.
state. What the fuck is the deep state? They call it the deep state. Like they hate the deep state, but do they know what the deep state is?
No, no,
Like,
they don't. No.
because
Yeah.
the
See.
deep state is a thing and it's bad. Like
Yeah.
like there's no carry through. Like, who's the deep state then? Like, the unelected members of government, the
The
all the
corporations.
council, the corporations, the
Corporation. Yo.
and so like and they have their lobbyists all deep into every congress member's like office. And so who's that deep state? Like they won't attack those. Like they won't
Uh-huh.
make the connection that far. Like
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Anyways, well,
Yeah.
like I don't believe in God, but like God bless them. They like that. They like hearing that shit. Like so, like God bless them.
Yeah, yeah, I hear some of them on people now. Yeah, Trump going after the deep state, drain the swamp, and Trump is doing the opposite of that. He's with the deep state and he's filling the swamp. so, so yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, Trump. Trump he played himself in 2016 as this populist. They taking all your jobs. Your jobs are moving to China and other stuff everywhere. I'm gonna keep the jobs here. And then turns out more jobs got outsourced under Trump than Obama. So yeah, man, yeah, yeah, Trump. Hey, I give Trump this though. He know how to draw a crowd now. Like I remember
Used
Biden.
to.
Yeah, used to before people found out who he really was. I think the only reason why the vibes era of Trump is over because people realize he's full of shit. And
I think you can
and
only go to Trump University once.
yeah, yeah. He went there and he couldn't even pass his own university. oh, oh man. So yeah, man. Hey, Smurf, what do you say? Okay, what what do you say to people in Canada that believes that um let's say like how some people think America like is not corrupt, it's the greatest country on earth, and you know that it's not great, like that great. But what do you say to people in your country that thinks that well patriotic way? Just
About America, yeah, there's a couple. Um, one of my old captains used to say, because he used to see Trump on TV and he didn't know what it meant and he just liked the guy. And Trump would say USA, 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 and
yeah, yeah.
my captain used to go USA, US just to piss me off. And so I, you know, I didn't know where to begin. Like USA lost the war in Vietnam. Like put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Oh man, you funny man.
USA couldn't win, I think, a pocket gambling competition if it was dipped in stir fried bacon. And
uh
if they go around
it's true.
selling like warplanes that don't exist yet,
Yeah, I don't.
and they make you sell your old still working shit, but they make you sell it to like for to no price to like Eastern, so like the USA sucks. Like why am I getting lost in the details here? Like I'm like I don't know. It's such a huge tapestry. I wouldn't know which detail to focus on. Like
Oh my god.
I like
So
the Michael, the guy made the Bowling for Columbine movie. Mike, the movie
uh,
maker guy.
yeah, I know you're talking about. Damn.
He was talking about America, how it was like it was always like founded on fear, and it was reacting on fear and doing things out of fear and selling fear and profiting on fear, and so it's a really ugly beast.
It is. It's a shithole.
Like insurance is driven on fear of dying and fear of losing things and fear of losing your house, and it's if there is such a thing, it should not be private. Um,
Agreed.
like we have a car insurance racket going on here, I think it's pretty much the same in the U.S. You know, they're
Oh yeah,
rampant. You know, they do whatever they want with you. You're stuck with them, and if you don't pay, you don't have a car. And if you don't pay and you want to have a
same
car,
here.
you're gonna have to deal with like bottom feeding companies that'll treat you like a piece of meat. And you know, like the whole. Where was I going with that? Like, fuck the USA. Like, are we? It was founded on fear because every time something happens, like the weapons manufacturers go like super big on the fear campaign, so everything is fear, fear, fear. The pushing of the frontier, you know, manifest destiny. It was based on fear of the native populations. It's just fear and fear of religious persecution. It's fear again. Like if your God or your religion is so great, it's just and in the end, it's impressive that they produced such great scientists and such great authors because they were all so afraid. Fuck, afraid of the difference, afraid of the black people, afraid of the different religions, afraid of afraid of everything. Like
Yeah,
so, that's the U.S. Like it's reacting out of fear and it lets itself. Like imagine you were afraid of like lampposts and you think, oh, you know, I can't function in society because I'm afraid of lampposts, and it's really, you know, it's fucking me up. And you let yourself be like that. You're like,
yeah,
yeah, I'm afraid of lampposts. I can't, you know, I have to be, you know, it's I can't deal with that fear. I have to deal with, you know, I have to build my world around that. You know, it's like, don't
yeah.
let yourself be like, anyways.
Man, you funny, man. You had me laughing, man. Hell yeah, America sucks. Yeah, it's sad that most of the people that live here don't realize that America was found on stolen land. Like they took the land from the Native Americans. The Native Americans and some black folks were here too at first. They stole it from them, then made it their own, painted this facade, home of the free, land of the brave, they make it sound so good. Then if you're an immigrant coming here, then like that dude on that movie said, "What the fuck is this piece of shit?" That's what I think of America. um, yeah, so uh um man, do Canada have like a lot of chemical leaks like the United States have? Like every day, you like Whitewater, Ohio, they had a chemical leak where people had to evacuate. Do Canada have
Yeah,
the same
we
thing,
had
or
a
y'all
big
more?
fire. There was a train that
Oh,
derailed, yeah,
damn!
like 12 years ago, 11 years ago now.
Oh wow!
And it made a huge fireball. Like the whole village exploded.
Oh shit!
Yeah. And so it's the same thing. Like it's if you don't put the reins on corporation's just gonna run with no pants on. Doesn't matter. No regulation, no pants. So
Mm-mm.
everybody's like suffering from that everywhere. Where you cannot put the corporation under the scrutiny of the people.
Oh yeah, yeah. Deregulation. Only in the United States where deregulation is a thing. Like I
And
think
people
he's
hate
got.
it. Like Trump was like, "Oh yeah, one regulation a day. Like yeah, we're gonna cut the
Yeah,
regulation." Like,
cut the
huh?
EPA.
Yeah, what? You're gonna do that? We worked for 100 years to get that regulation. Like this is like the regulation is what's stopping you from like lead paint. Like the
Yeah,
regulation is what.
espressos.
Yeah, and there's so many things to regulate. Like everything, if the company can make it cheap and poisonous, they will. So like you have to regulate. You like especially in capitalism, and like I don't know how you regulate in communism. It's the same. You need science and you need to look at everything.
True. Yeah. Like Trump tried to. I think Trump fucked with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Like, People got
Of
defrauded.
course. Yeah.
Like, yeah, people got defrauded on some student. I think it's fake college or something like that, and they got defrauded. Like, that saved them. They were willing to get their money back. You know, the only Republicans want deregulation, the Democrats do too, because I see that they what they'll do is you know
The lobby plays with those
yeah,
regulations, and
yeah, the
they play
lobby.
commercial wars with a little regulation here, a little regulation there. If you know it in advance and your business is ready for the regulation, then you're making money, you're taking the market. So they're playing with the regulation. It's not even it's a tool of fucking capitalist industry again.
Yeah, 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 yep. Like you said, the deep state. You bring up the deep state again. Yep, it's the deep state that's
Yeah, bro.
that's
I wish I was
cutting
a
the.
lobbyist, man. There must be a school of lobbying somewhere in Dubai, and I missed it.
Uh huh. Yeah. 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 It's crazy, man. Um. Yeah. Man,
No,
that's
but I mean,
crazy.
I wish I
But
learned early that you can buy politicians. They mean nothing. They're just your puppets. You buy them, you pay for them, you change them up. They don't act your way. You
kick them out.
primary them. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's it. They don't. And if they don't, and I wish I knew earlier that they do not have power. Like we elect them, but they are nothing. They're just a puppet. And
Hmm.
I wish I knew
Absolutely.
that earlier. That's what I meant. But I wish I was a lobbyist because I wish I could see the wires earlier in my life.
Yeah. Same here, man. I thought that politicians actually, you vote for them, they do what you want them to do. Then I
Man,
realized,
they make us believe that electoral
yeah,
politics have so much power. It's gonna change everything. It's
yeah, yeah. And the reality is that nothing gets done. When they blame, the blame game, or the rotating villain, or the Senate parliamentarian, we need more this party need more seats in this chamber. There's always
gerrymandering.
something.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
always
and then
something.
you hear, have you heard Yanis Varoufakis, the Greek, is an economist, and he said he was sitting with the IMF for the Greece loan plan, and the IMF guy said, "Hell, we can't allow elections to change fiscal policy." So, like, a country is going to have the same fiscal policy towards the IMF, whether it has a blue government or a red government.
Yeah,
They really don't like their fiscal policy changing hands. It doesn't matter. They don't
nah,
like
no,
it changing at all.
nah. They don't care. Yeah, they don't care as long as those lobbyist checks cut. As long as it pay for their campaign, they don't give a fuck. I wish I realized this like
Oh,
15, 20 years ago.
they're counting on
Yeah,
every country being in debt.
yeah,
So of course, like they play with the money, but in the end, they want us to be hungry and afraid, and that's when
yeah,
that's where you'll end up if you play with IMF rules. You'll end up like taking more and more loans to pay your debt, and more subsidies to corporation, and more debt, and then more and more loans, and that's what they want from you.
yeah, 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 yeah. I, that too, and also the deficit. I hate when these deficit hawks always
Yeah.
on TV saying, "Oh, this Joe Biden runs up the deficit $8 trillion.
Yeah.
That's bad." Like
They
they,
only
they like
talk
you.
about it because they can think they can use it against the enemy, but they're not really fiscally responsible either, and they're always using that. Like it's a good joke. Like, how are you gonna pay for that? Like, how you gonna pay for it? They never
Hmm.
ask how you gonna pay for the bombs that go into like bombing Lebanon and Gaza. They never ask how you gonna pay for that because that's a
No.
lot of money. They never
Yeah.
ask how you gonna pay for like all the drug wars in the Southern America. They never ask how you gonna pay for that. They ask for the menial things. Oh, you want social programs, housing, healthcare. How are you gonna pay for that? You crazy? You crazy? You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We can't pay for health care. No, no, but no, but we always give Israel, the United States of Israel, we give them money, for health care. That's crazy. Like I can't have free health care, but Israel can.
Yeah, and the Ukraine
Like,
government is rolling on the healthcare. If you're a Nazi in parliament in Ukraine and you're registered as a fucking Nazi, you can still get free healthcare.
oh, I know. Yeah, Ukraine
We're
too,
paying
man. Like,
for it.
yeah, oh man, Americans. That's crazy. Americans, like, they don't give a shit. Like sometimes Smurf, I'm speaking into the void. Like I'm telling these motherfuckers what these politicians are really doing. Like the court, like APAC telling these politicians to give money to Israel in Ukraine, and like they don't care. Like, okay, what I'm supposed to do about it? Ain't nothing I can do. Yeah, it's something you can do. It's always something you can do. You just don't want to do it because you cooks into thinking that this is the way the system's supposed to run. So it's hard.
Well, of course there are many ways. We should be striking all the time. We should be protesting all the time, disobeying all the time, not paying taxes, not paying rent. We should not be, and of course, serious people will say, "Nick, shut the fuck up." You're like, how are you gonna eat? How are you gonna How are you gonna drive the protest if you can't eat? How are you gonna have any weight if they replace you at work? And but like what else do we have? Because otherwise, you know the answer, Andre. We have to pick up the AK-47.
Yeah, what other choice we have? I mean, okay, everybody stop paying their rent. What they gonna do? Kick everybody out the house? Well, everybody, you know, hey, hey, yeah, you know the answer. Yeah,
And
get
yeah, are they
malicious.
willing? It's a risk game. Are they willing to go another month? And so if I'm willing to do it, are they? If serious person A comes to and asks me if I'm willing to be a little hungry for the revolution,
Yeah,
I'm gonna ask back, like, are you willing to, lose your workers for a month to for the status quo?
exactly, exactly. You gonna have to you gonna have to risk something to get something. Like
Yeah,
always
yeah,
tell people, you gotta risk them. Like, I'm risking my life here. You know,
yeah,
part of militia. You know,
yeah,
um, I might get a bullet in my head. Hey, at least I went down fighting. You know. But yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess a lot of
yeah.
people feel like they don't
I
want to be
have issues
uncomfortable.
about that. I have issues about that because I come from a culture of, like, you have to think twice before you go pick up a gun and shoot people for ideas. But
Yeah,
there's so many sides of the coin to this. But like, the king never gave away his powers. You had to take them. So, like, it's not about killing people as much as, like, getting the king to surrender his power. So if you have a better tool in your hands than your sword, use it. But some people only have the sword.
hmm you know, um, I always tell folk, I'm like, you look back at the look back at past revolutions, like, that it was a lot of bloodshed, like it ain't gonna be pretty, man. I look, if only the system worked the way we wanted to work, the politicians work for us. We are, we have health care, we have housing, nobody goes to bed hungry. We have has to be real. Environment would be pristine. Like, if we had all this stuff, oh yeah, yeah, I said healthcare too, right? We had all this stuff. I probably wouldn't be doing this right now. I probably be at the at Cancun somewhere sipping mimosa, like, you know. But
I hope we
I,
find out where. I hope we find out what we'll do when we don't have to do this. But for now, we gotta do
right,
it.
right. Yeah, but yeah, but like ain't no time for that. Like we can't just sit around and do nothing. Like we gotta do something. My mama, not the boomers. They gonna die out. Let's just say that they gonna die out. Some of them probably still hang on. No, some not all boomers are shit libs are conservatives. Some of them are like us. That's good. Like this guy named Kyber, but like they ain't gonna die out. They I guess they at the time of their life where I'm old as fuck, my knee hurting, my leg hurting. I ain't got time for all this revolutionary communist that's what some of them think stuff, man. So, once they, go on, move on, afterlife, the millennials, some Gen X, millennials, Gen Z, the Gen Alpha, whatever, we all can come together, and fight for what we want. You see what I'm saying? Then we can.
There was a good Bob Dylan song, and eventually he said, "Old man, if you're not gonna help, just step out the way. Like at least
Yeah.
don't be dragging us. Like we need to change this shit, and you're not helping. Like, and we need to go past you and don't block us. Like,
Yeah, exactly. And what's crazy about boomers too? Like they the biggest voting bloc for both Demo Dummies and the Republicans. But let's say all boomers just go away, like perish, like like the voting, like the voting block for both of them motherfucking parties would be damn near nil because young people don't vote, and then middle aged people don't vote either. So you know, um,
that's
you
true.
know,
That's true.
so my thing is with that is that's why I always tell really I tell my mom and auntie, y'all need to withhold y'all vote until the Democrat Party do something for y'all, but they won't do it because of Trump. Trump this that. I'm sick of that Trump derangement syndrome bullshit. Like this ain't 2016 no more. Yeah, people thought Trump gonna be this dictator, he's gonna destroy America. Look at America now.
It's
Well, it's
such
still
a
shit, but
boogeyman.
ain't.
It's such a perfect boogeyman to like swallow anything else. Like, wow.
Yeah,
People are so
yeah.
afraid of
Oh,
just.
yeah. When he was at the debate, I was scared. Smurf, you see me, right? I was shaking. Oh God, he gonna win. Oh my God, he gonna win. Oh Lord. Yeah, man. Man, fuck out of here, man. I'm so sick of that shit. Like the Democrats think they gonna win by just fear mongering old Trump. Man, Trump is leading Kamala in the polls right now. I think the last poll I checked, I think about 2 points. Y'all are not doing a good job with messaging. Like, I ain't gonna hope they don't listen to this, but y'all don't talk about policy. All y'all talk about is Trump, 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 Trump. Like people open their bank accounts and see a negative or single digits. Like they don't give a fuck about Trump. They don't understand that because they in their own, like you said, echo chamber. The Democrats. So
And like, there's no way to connect reality with those two faces. Like, they don't have. Like, no, but I mean, like, they have no incidence on
uh,
reality whatsoever. Like, try to connect like your account with anything that Trump did 4 years ago, or try
yeah,
to connect your account with anything Biden or Kamala did 4 years from now. Like, there's no connection with the head that's on top and with the reality that's in the bottom. And there's
exactly.
and the reality in the bottom is getting hard to ignore. Like,
Yeah.
people from around the world, they know what kind of zombies rule the nights of every fucking American city.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. These big cities, man. They it's hard. Like that. Yeah, like
It's not even just the cities anymore. I think any bridge has a troll under.
yeah, yeah. Like Atlanta. Like I went to Atlanta 2 months ago. Like like the west side of the city. Oh my God, so many homeless people, man. Memphis, I took pictures of Memphis, right? Homeless people. New Orleans, homeless people. Like these big cities, man. You're right everywhere too. My town got homeless people too, but everywhere you go, it's a tent and somebody pushing a shopping cart and then somebody holding up a sign, or they call it panhandling. it looks dystopian to me. Like that's some dystopian shit. It's crazy,
Yeah,
man.
all the movies about the future war with the robots, they used to begin with scenes of what's going on right now, like
Right.
yeah, um, like a garbage bin burning and like psycho zombies in the streets. Like this is what's going on right now. This is the
Shit.
actual Detroit. Like, and if we can see it in Canada, I cannot imagine what it's like in New York or
Oh my god. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I
There's
went
so
to New
much
York
human
10 years ago.
suffering. Like it's all those are all humans, and it's like when you look at a homeless camp, you could see like, hey man, the result of what's happened here is the same result than what's happened after years of bombing in Iraq. Like it's the same result. It's like horrible poverty, like horrible human conditions, and it's like there were no drones or cameras, but there have been like camps of like all across Africa. There have been like displaced people camps like since like since the we've started like enslaving and like going to like raiding and stealing everything in Africa. There have been like there's been like major human suffering, and the chickens come home to roost. Apparently, did I lose you there? Nope. Oh well. I'm not gonna take
Uh-oh. I think we
over.
lost Smurf. Smurf, you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
You back? Okay. I don't know what
Yeah,
the fuck happened.
I lost you for a while, but I think it was mutual. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I think our connections, Ah, modern day internet. What you was saying, man?
Uh, I don't know. Don't ask me that. Don't ask me that.
Oh
I can
man.
go for 1,000 spirals of words, and I don't know where it began at all.
Yeah.
I
I
was
think you're
talking
talking
about
about.
the looting of Africa and
Oh yeah. Okay.
how the American cities look like what's been done to Iraq or what's been done to Libya, and I
Yeah.
think from the beginning of imperialism and colonialism, the results are like poverty and human suffering all across the board. When it's abroad, we don't see it and we tolerate it, but when it's in our own cities, it's just too late.
Right. Yeah. 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 I gotta show. I'm gonna share my screen real quick, man. I gotta show you some. Yeah. I'm sure you those bad parts we were talking about, man. It's crazy. Share my screen right quick. Yeah. It's crazy. Like look at this, man. Like this is where I was. This past weekend. Man, there you go. Yeah, this is where I was right here, man. Hold on. There we go. Still playing with this. There we go. Hold on. I'm still working. I'm still working, Mr. Smurf. Be patient with me, man. You see that?
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's hardcore.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm making it bigger, man. Hold on. No, hold on.
That is not
Uh,
dystopian. That is just, that's just like there's no word. It hasn't been written yet.
yeah, no, exactly, exactly, exactly.
Like
Yeah,
it
yeah,
looks like
man. That's
post-industrial Russia.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I thought about that. Yeah, you do. You really do. And the crazy thing is these cities are ran by Democrats, the party that's supposed to make the change party. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's America for you. You know, yeah. I always tell people they live over like in Ireland and other parts. I show them that shit. Like that's some of the shit you gonna see. You come to these big cities in America. Now these small towns, some of them raggedy too, but you know, like my town, they cleaned it up a little bit because it's still like it's like Monroe, Louisiana used to be a shithole, man. Like rag old houses everywhere, man. But they cleaned it up, you know. So yeah, you're right. Yeah, and what you said about Africa, yeah, yeah. I think about the Congo, man. Like, you know, yeah, yeah. They extort resources, and you know, they steal them, and you know, to make these cheap ass laptops and phones that don't last worth of shit. Yeah, so
And then you have these ONGs that come in with like special straws so that like people can drink out of mud puddles with a filter
yeah,
and not get
yeah,
bacteria. And you're like, how? That's like, wow. That's like, I'm not willing to address the root cause, but I'm willing to address a symptom. That's
yeah,
fucking intense. And then you look at the pictures of the displaced migrants, or you could call them refugees that there are in Africa, Middle East. Like, wow, it's like the human suffering. It's out of like proportions.
it is. It's crazy. Yes. Man, you know, in Philadelphia, you know, it's some kind of like they mix opioid with some other drug, and it causes people to act like zombies, man. Like you can
Yeah,
literally see this shit
yeah,
on the streets. Yeah, you know what
yeah,
I'm talking about. And
yeah,
like that's crazy. You think
yeah,
in America
yeah.
of all places?
We have it in Canada.
Oh yeah, you told me about the opioid crisis. Yeah. Um. Yeah. My cousin. I think he was on opioids too. Yeah, it was hard for him to get off that shit. You know, yeah, he was in the military. Yeah, and you know, he got hooked on opioids, and yeah, now he alright now, but yeah, you know, yeah, just the human suffering, man. It's you know that makes my heart, you know, that makes my heart sink too, because I have I have love for everybody. You know what I mean? So
It's like, what can one person do? You when you're standing there and you see the tents going over the dunes, and you cannot see like the limit of like the tents, and you're at the crossroads of like geopolitics and like corporations from all around the world trying to steal big money contracts of oil. So like, what can one person do? It's like so huge. And you have to be careful not to be discouraged by the size of it, I think.
yeah, I know. Yeah, it just yeah, you're right. Yeah, like you said, it takes all of us, man. You know, it takes all of us to make that change. We got all of us got to make that change. You know, it really okay. Not all of us, but most of us. Like you know, some people just you know, you know, on the team sports, so they just um, you know, just in their own bubble. So yeah. Um. Oh. So Damn, I got one more question for you. I forgot what it was. So yeah, man. What you thought about that Marcellus
Oh
Williams thing,
man,
man?
yeah, yeah. I think the empire really, really wanted to carry across the point that their lives are theirs. Our lives are theirs.
Right.
They really wanted to make that point across. They were like, "Yeah, we're gonna get some calls in our offices. We're gonna get some fax lines closed. Yeah, there's gonna be a little like population unrest about it." but we're gonna take the hit because we need to carry across the point that their lives are ours to play with.
Yeah, yeah. I totally agree with that, man. It's a shame, The guy was innocent, An innocent black man got they call it a public lynching. Like it was literally a damn lynching. They lynched that man for no reason, man. You know. And I haven't even heard Kamala Harris say a damn thing about it. Maybe she did, but I haven't heard shit.
AOC came out today saying she need to abolish the capital punishment today,
oh, okay.
like the
AOC.
day after. Fuck.
Yeah.
Like just exactly
Yeah,
like the
AOC.
Democrats, just do mouth service and do nothing.
Yeah, AOC. She just say that to pretend like she progressive. AOC a joke. Yeah, yeah. When the quote unquote presidential candidate don't say nothing, yeah, that's a ultra red flag, man. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. I was late to it because I think Afeni was the first one that I saw talked about it. And I'm like, what? They're gonna execute this man, and this man been found innocent. Like he had proof of his innocence. Like, yeah, you're right, man. That's why they got all these cop cities too. They they. I think the system itself feels like they feel like something finna pop off. Like they a revolution. Let's say that they feel like a revolution of some sort like that is gonna pop off, and they want to control us. Yeah,
Yeah, the people in power can never let go, and they're always
yeah.
afraid of losing it. And they're more afraid of losing
Oh
it
man.
than they're actually gonna lose it. The more they crack down on us, the more it gets obvious what the game is about. It's a
Right. You're right, man.
it's a very tough game to keep people like uneducated and working and unfed and unhoused. You can't do all those things all the time like very well. It's hard to do it, and they're so stupid. They're failing at it. So something's gonna break. Eventually, something's gonna break. I hope.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
hope
they know it. They
like
know
the
it.
bloodshed is
Me too, man.
limited. I hope China eventually can like take the world stage and say, "Hey, look what communism did for us. We don't want war. We want peace, and we're gonna make a big world congress for peace." And people can and then under people can understand that the capitalism of the past was a mistake, and we can all get past it and live comfortably, but not in excess.
Right. Right. You right. Yeah. Totally, I agree. I gotta show you this screenshot I got, man. This is who the Democratic Party is. Ain't no surprise. I'm pretty sure you've seen it before, but yeah, let me see. Yeah, this is who the Democratic Party is, man. Yeah, this is who they is. Hold on, it's popping up. Give it a second. Uh, yeah, yeah. Here we go, man. Yeah, yeah. This is who they is, man. Oh man. I gotta know how to work this better. Hold on.
Oh, cool. I get the gist of it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It says Democrats scrub death
Yeah,
penalty opposition
yeah,
from
yeah.
camp. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, man. That's who they is.
Can you
Oh
believe that?
man.
They almost got caught having a shred of decency. Almost. But they scrubbed it.
Yeah, even though it was platitudes, it was platitudes. They wasn't gonna change nothing. Like yeah, yeah, yeah. That been a thing for like 20 some years now, and still the death penalty, the lynching as they call it. Um, yeah. At first though, was crazy though. Then I let you go, man. I this before I woke up. I thought when people was saying, even like I think the Young Turks, Cenk Uygur was saying this back then too. They should abolish the death penalty. I'm like, no, man. Like, it be some evil motherfuckers that deserve that. But I look at it more and I see how fucked up the criminal justice system is in America. I'm like, I mean, the United States. I'm like, oh hell yeah. I see why y'all say that. Yeah, it makes sense. And Marcellus Williams is the prime example of why we need to get rid of the death penalty. So yeah,
Yeah, there's no evil. There's no terrible black evil. There's only mental disease.
yeah,
Um,
mental
if you
illness.
if you, if you remove poverty, if you remove idleness, let's say like you remove poverty and you remove hunger and you remove child healthcare concerns, people have like 95% no more reasons to like commit crime and do evil. Like the real evil is like people that want to go out and be sociopaths. They have like something they can talk through with a psychologist eventually. I'm not saying that I really believe in reinsertion. Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
really want them to be productive members of society. I don't really care about society's productivity, personally. So I'm not saying that they need to be reintegrated into production. I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying they need to be reintegrated into humanity, because they are humans. And even if I might take a few tomatoes for that, there's good models in Scandinavia again, on reinsertion. And like prison is not a prison, it's just a bunch of dudes. They go out, chop wood, and they talk through issues. And you can't escape. Well, you can escape, but where are you gonna go? Like we're the only the cabin can you get the suit, and can you get the bed? Like it's not a prison. It's the opposite. It's like
Slavery.
society. Well, you could like in the U.S., yeah,
Yeah.
but
Okay. Yes. U.S.
in Scandinavia, it's more like a pro society retreat. Like I'm gonna go in the woods with that bunch of dudes and work out issues that I got on my mind. And I'm not saying that model is perfect, and it's not providing better psychologists and psychiatrists for the issues we have. But at least it's not killing people like for no reason. Like even if, and
Yeah.
especially when you have a justice system that is like producing like a low certitude of of a good verdict. Like it's like 50-50. Oh, could be he did it, could be he didn't. We don't know. Let's shoot him.
Yeah. Yeah. And other countries, some countries in Europe actually like they prison system actually rehabilitate people. Like in the United States, we just get free labor out of them, and let them sit in a box for life for 10 to 15 years, and eat dirty, disgusting food. Like that's not rehabilitation. That's fucking torture. And
Yeah.
so yeah, so yeah, yeah. So yeah, man. Okay, Smurf, man. It was dope talking to you.
It's always a pleasure. I'm glad to be on and do the revolution and glory to the ATP.
Yes, sir. Yeah. And also too, shout out to Ty Peasant.
Yeah,
Be safe in the storm. I know the storm supposed to hit y'all tomorrow, Florida. Be safe, and it well she'll watch this. Hopefully she watches it tomorrow. And to everybody else, you know, um, no smoking if you got them, drinking if you got them. Leave the world better than you found it.
I'll try.
All right, Smurf, have a good one, man.
Yeah, you too. See you soon, man.